So, Angad, you also talk to students about having talents for others in schools and all over the country. How can schools get in touch with you for speaking arrangements?
Well, for speaking arrangements, I actually have a website.
Okay.
It's onelight-films.com. And also you could email me at angadgsingh@gmail.com, angadgsingh@gmail.com.
Okay.
And I'd love to be able to get any opportunity to talk with schools or wherever and send my movie, because that's one of the things that I really want to do with this movie, is just try to get it out to as many people as possible to educate about diversity.
All right. What advice would you give to other teens looking to make a film or a documentary?
What advice would I give to teens to making a movie? Well, one of the things is, for me, one of the things is you just really have to want to do it.
Yeah.
And go after it. What I experienced with my first movie was that I had an idea of what I wanted to do. I had an idea, making a documentary, it was something about, a problem that I saw in the world. And one of the things is I identified the problem, and then I asked myself, what could I do to solve this? And I thought, what's a better way than making a movie? And just when making a documentary, all you really have to do is be passionate about it and go after it, because honestly, there's so many people out there that will support you through it. There's your family, your parents, of course. My mom, she helps me with so many things. Like when I make my movies, she'll bring my dinner upstairs in front of the computer and let me eat there, from things like that to helping me send them out to film festivals and things like that. And she, your parents will be so helpful. Your friends will be really supportive. Different people around the world will be really supportive that's seen your video. I've gotten so many responses that have been like, wow, I love this video, and things like that. And it's just been really great to make a movie, and the advice I'd give is just go after it and have a good time.
All right. What was the biggest challenge you faced making it?
Biggest challenge I faced making the movie was the frustration in editing, because sometimes the computer would crash and you'd lose all your work because you just forgot to save it, or things like that, and just little things like that. And it really does kind of get to be tedious when you're editing it all by yourself, but in the end it really is worth it. You struggle through a lot, but now that I look back, it was definitely worth it, because all the experiences I've gotten from making movies, I've gotten to go to different film festivals around the country, I've gotten to make a change in people's lives that are my age. I've talked to kids like in California, even in Idaho. I went to school there, school in France, a few schools in India. And so it's just really cool to see that, even though you had to go through all these challenges, the reward is like 10 times greater.
Yeah, all right. Are you working on any other films right now?
Right now, I'm working on my third documentary, and it's about a French foreign exchange program we have going on at our school. And I filmed it last spring when the French exchange students were over, and right now I'm working on the editing. And what it's about is basically how it's about a cultural exchange that we have, and how you think that maybe kids in another country would be somehow different from us, but they're really not. And also just to show that really we're all people, and even though we have different cultures, we all have the same human values.
So it's about a 1-year process to make one of your films?
Yeah, I would say it takes me about a year. For my past 2 documentaries, I did them over the summer mostly. I filmed them and edited most of it over the summer. Did a little bit in the school year, but this one actually, since I was in India and France all summer, I didn't really get a chance to work on it. So Right now I'm doing it as a school project.
All right, cool. Well, thank you very much for all the information. I want to thank my guest Angad Singh for joining us today, and be sure to check out his film Roots and Wings. We'll be right back with more Sound of Youth.